I just want to start off this video by saying, thanks for the views on the Shelly one. I wasn't expecting, because like the first day or two, it was kind of like got a maximum 20 views. Not really any liked. I wake up the next day and I see it's got like 5,000, which just kind of blew me away, and it's got loads of comments, things like that. And then I go out, I come back a little while later, just like half an hour, and I see that it's about 6,000, I mean. Insane. That's just an insane amount. It exploded in like the past 24 hours. So, thanks for that. Anyway, on with the video! Okay, so Astro is, of course, just like Chili, another main character of Dandy's world. The lore of him, and kind of like his role in Garden View, is that he was Dandy's best friend, and the second toon created. His full name is Astro Novalite, and he's kind of the sleepy sort. He's the one in Garden View that's, like, always in bed, oversleeping. These are Astro stats, with 5-star stealth, and everything else actually 3-star, which is different from the other toons, and 2-star skill check. He's also the only toon in the shop that doesn't require mastery completed on another toon. Instead, you just need to have encountered Twisted Dandy. Now it's time for the fun part, Twisted Astro. Now, because of my horrible luck, I only have 9% research on Twisted Astro, while all the other mains are really high up there, nearly at 100. So instead of actually using the game to read the description to you, I'm going to use Google. So basically, Twisted Astro's description explains that he was overwhelmed by guilt and despair, and he puts his grief onto others. If you fail a skill check while on a machine and hide from him, Astro will steal completion from that machine. So this explains the mechanic and the lore of him, which both are quite interesting. So I think the reason he's full of despair and guilt and grief is that because he was Dandy's best friend, he was the one who felt the most betrayed, and the reason he felt guilty is also because of this. Being really close to him and thinking that he's to blame. Now we get onto the mechanic part, which I think actually ties to his design very heavily. You see, as a Twisted, his hat is huge and filled with ichor, right to the brim, as you can see by the bottom of his hat. But when he kind of drinks the ichor out of this machine, where do you think it goes? Where else could it go? And why else would his hat be so big? It's obviously got to be in there, right? It's only logical that that's where he stores the ichor. But this also brings up like another part of it that's pretty interesting, that when toons have clothes on them that are kind of important to them, the ichor kind of adapts to use them, like, to benefit itself, like Astro's hat, which it uses to store the ichor in here. So maybe, I think the lore and the mechanic could also tie together. So maybe he's the most aware of what Dandy's doing, and he's trying to, when he grieves, he's trying to stop others from progressing and getting killed. So he tries to stop you by taking away the machines and getting you to try and go back up, which obviously isn't possible. And then, another thing that everybody who knows even anything slightly about Astro can probably tell, is that when he's a toon, he actually has 2 pairs of arms, which is why he has his robe on at all times, to try and hide them, because he thinks it's weird. But obviously when he becomes a Twisted, he becomes kind of rabid and doesn't really care. So he rips open his robe, and boom, there are his arms. Now there's one more thing I forgot to talk about, which is to do with normal Astro. So basically, all of the other, like, toons are made of what their objects that they're based around are made of. Like Bobette being made of probably ceramic or glass, Finn being made of glass, etc. But obviously Astro, you can't just go to the moon and grab a piece and then make a toon with it. So I think his whole body is made of plastic, obviously apart from his clothes. Just like a small detail that I thought was interesting. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up because that's all I have to say about this. So thank you, and hopefully this goes viral again.